Good morning students. Welcome in this class. This video is for class 8 subject social science as we are studying about civics chapter 4 understanding laws. It is the second lecture of this chapter and in today's lecture the topics which are to be discussed are like these. First one, how laws are made. Second, process of lawmaking. Role of the people in the lawmaking, laws made with people's efforts and unpopular and controversial laws. So let's we start today's discussion. Yes students, in our previous lecture we have studied that laws are a system of rules and regulations, which are necessary for the smooth functioning of any organization. Yes, now we will discuss who makes these laws, how laws are made. As we have studied that parliament is the legislature or law making body in the center, means the members of parliament, like president, members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So all these members together form or make law for the people of whole country. So beta, now we will discuss how the laws are made in parliament. As I told that parliament has the power to legislate on all subjects that are under the jurisdictions of the central government. Means it can enact or make new laws or change the existing laws. So now we will discuss that how the laws are made. Actually, the lawmaking power is divided into state and central government. So there are the three lists of the subjects on which central government and the state government have power of making laws. So what are these subjects? First is there, that is state list. Though the state government can make law on the subjects like law and order, healthcare, transport and etc. Means the state government has the power of making law on the subjects which are related to the people of a particular state or area, like Haryana government. Haryana government make laws for the people of only Haryanas related to providing their health care services, providing the transport or basic facilities and related to law and order. Means the rules and regulations related to the people of Haryana, the main power is in the hand of the Haryana state only. Second is there, that is concurrent list. Education, electricity, drugs and poison etc. Actually, but some that subjects are there which are related to the people of whole country for the development of a nation, related to the educations or providing basic facilities. So means when there is any proposal of set up any university in the means for the whole country, so at that time both government, state government and that means central government can make the laws. Means concurrent list includes those subjects which are related to the whole people, or you can say on which both government, state and central government have the right of making laws. Now about the union list. Defense, foreign relations, railways etc. Means beta the subjects which are related to the people of whole country, not to a particular state or particular area, like related to foreign relations, relations with other country, defense. So as we know that these are some issues, these are some subjects which are related to the people of whole country. Means not only for a particular state. So on which subjects which are related to the people of whole country, only union government has the right of making law. So you must know about the three lists: so state list, concurrent list and union list. State list, the subject on which only state government can make the law. Concurrent list, on which means both state and central government can make the law, and union list, the subjects on which only union or the central government has the right of making laws. Understood? Now we will discuss process of law making. Yes, before it beta, first you must know about the bill. What is bill? Actually, bill is a proposal for a new law. Until any bill is passed in parliament, it is known a bill, not a law. Okay, so the types of bill, actually there are two types of bill, ordinary bill and money bill. Okay, ordinary bill means all the bills that are not related to or of changing the constitutionals. Okay, means which are not related to any money matter. So simple bill, you can say that laws or the simple proposals related to the people that are known in ordinary bill. Money bill related to the money matter such as taxes. Okay, tax law, or this is there ki how much tax is increased, on which that particular things, with how much tax increased or imposed. Okay, how much that expenditures is for the for a particular area or particular matter. Okay, like related to health, related to education. So this type of bill which are related to the money matter are known as money bill, and other than all bill, money bill, then all are known as ordinary bill. Understood? So means the bill other than money bill are called ordinary bill, and these bills can be introduced in any house of the parliament, which is both house, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay, and they can be introduced by either a minister of the government or any other private member of the house. So you must know about the what is bill. A proposal for a new law is bill. Types of bill: two, ordinary bill, money bill. Okay, so ordinary bill means the bill other than money bill are called ordinary bill, and the bills which are related to the expenditures or the income that are known as money bill. Understood? Now, process of lawmaking, how these bills are that presented in the parliament and how this bill become law. So as I told you, beta, until any bill is passed in parliament, it is a bill, not a law. Okay, so now first reading. Actually, in the law making process, the three readings are there, and after these three reading, any bill can become a law. Like first reading, it is an introductory stage. At this stage, the concerned minister asks for the permission of the house to introduce the bill, and there is no debate at this stage, and copies of the bill are given to members. Actually, students, means this is the introduction stage. At this stage, the concerned minister, means the minister who wanted to that present this proposal in front of other members. So these concerned ministers, okay, seek permission of the house to introduce the bill, and in which there is no debate at the stage. Ki all copies of the bill are given to the members. Means the minister of any member who introduces this bill give a general speech explaining the purpose of the bill. Means the minister who introduced this bill, he just read all the instructions or means all the information related to this bill. Means a general speech, you can say, explaining the purpose, for what purpose the bill is presenting. Okay, so this type of speech is given in this first stage. Okay, and the copies of the bill are also given to the member. Okay, so other member can also come to know ki the bill is about what. Okay, now every member has information about the bill. Now second stage, second reading. At this stage, first of all, a general discussion is held. Okay, the member who support the bill explain why the bill is important and necessary, and the members can also suggest changes in the bill. So that is second reading. Okay, means after that, when all the member have information about the bill, so now they discuss to each other. Means general discussion is held. Okay, and means the member who are in the favor of this bill, they tell their importance or their necessity, ki why this bill is important for the people, how this bill is important for the people, and the member who oppose it criticize the bill. So the member can also suggest some changes in the bill, and some of these changes can be accepted by the house. Okay, now about the third reading. Listen students, yes, this is the final stage. At this stage, the bill is moved for final approval. The bill as a Whole is finally discussed and put to vote. If the majority of the MPs are in favor, the bill is passed. MPs means member of parliament. Okay, so now all the members of the parliament, all these MPs give their vote, okay, in favor. Okay, those who are in favor, they give vote in the favor, and those who are those who wants to oppose it, so they give in this oppositions. So means if the bill gets 2/3 majority, okay, in the parliament, so it becomes a law. Understood? So means suppose here I am giving one example. Suppose if 500 members are present in the house and 251 members are in the favor of and 249 are against. So the bill is said to have been passed by a simple majority. And if it is passed in one house, then it is sent to the other house. Means when the bill is passed in the Lok Sabha, so after that the bill is sent into the Rajya Sabha. So the bill goes through the same procedure in that houses also. The same procedure, first reading, second reading, third reading, the same process is now that going on in Rajya Sabha also. And when both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha pass the bill, so it is sent to the president for his or her sign or signature. Understood about how the laws, how the bills become law? So it passes from 3 reading, first reading, second reading, third reading. First reading introduction, second reading discuss and debates, and that third reading voting system. All the MPs give their vote. Understood? And when it is passed in one house, then it is sent into the other house, and in other house also the same procedure is followed. Understood, students? Yes. Now next one, as I told about the 2 types of bill, that was the ordinary bill and now money bill. Yes, actually money bill, any bill related to the income and expenditure, this is called money bill. And the money bill is introduced in the Lok Sabha, and it cannot be directly introduced in the Rajya Sabha. And simple bill can be that introduced in any house, but money bill only introduced in the Lok Sabha. And when it is passed in the Lok Sabha, then it is sent to the Rajya Sabha. Understood? Yes, and money bill cannot be introduced without the consent of the President of India. And when the money bill is passed in the Lok Sabha, it is sent into the Rajya Sabha for its recommendations. And it is mandatory for the Rajya Sabha to return the bill with its recommendation within 14 days from the date of receipt. Okay. When after passing the bill in the Lok Sabha, it is sent into the Rajya Sabha. So Rajya Sabha has to give the response in 14 days, and if in 14 days that Rajya Sabha if does not give any response, that automatically it is considered as pass. Okay, means if it does not do so, so the bill is considered to be passed by both houses, and the bill is then sent to the president for his or assent or sign, or after the sign of the president, the bill becomes law. Understood, students? Now, amendment of the constitutions. The bill to amend or make changes in the constitutions require a special majority in the parliament. Okay. Generally, to make changes in the constitution, a 2/3 majority of the parliament is necessary. Like students, some that laws are there which are existed in the constitution, but with the passage of time, now there is a need to make some changes in it. Okay. So when there any changes required in any bill, so that at that time that changes are not done with a simple majority, it required a special majority. I told that when a bill get the simple majority, that it becomes a law, but when any changes are made, okay, in the that laws which are already existed, so it requires a special majority, okay, in the parliament. And how much majority? 2/3. Okay, generally to make changes in the constitution, a 2/3 majority of the parliament is necessary, means 2/3 of the total member of parliament. Now our next topic is there, that is unpopular or controversial law. Yes, friends, what is unpopular and controversial law? Actually, Sometimes a law can be constitutionally valid and hence legal, but it can continue to be unpopular or unacceptable to the people because they feel that the intention behind it is unfair and harmful. Okay, means some, you can say, laws are there, okay, which are not beneficial for you can say all the communities or society of the people. Means some people are not agree on these laws, so these laws are known as unpopular law or controversial law. Okay, so when a large number of people begin to feel that a wrong law has been passed, so that there is a pressure on the parliament to change this. Okay, and the involvement and enthusiasm of the people help the parliament perform its representative functions properly. Okay, so means people play important role in making law. So when they when they feel that something is required, okay, so they means you can say, means sometimes when we find that parliament passes law that one become popular, so it is possible that the law is constitutional, valid or legal, but it can be unpopular or unacceptable to the people. So this is because people think that the intention behind the law is unfair, means they are not beneficial for them. So in that situation, people begin to criticize the law, hold public meetings, write articles in the newspaper, report to TV news channels. Okay, and so at that time, people even approach the court also. So the court has the power to modify or cancel a law if it's find that the law is not in accordance with the constitutions. So in such situation, there is pressure on the parliament to change the law. So understood? Means the laws which are unpopular, means on which all you can say people of the country or the society are not agree. Okay, so this type of laws are known as unpopular and controversial laws. Okay students, so here I am giving that example of unpopular or controversial law. Okay, that is vendor. As we know that in the marketplaces, we see that vendors that they sell their products in their cart on the roadside. So it that means you can say that results of the traffic jam, inconvenience for the public. So means that so one law was passed in the parliament and which you can say doesn't allow this vendor to sell their product or their cart on the that means roadside. But beta, it was not accepted because we know some people are very poor, they cannot afford that shop on rent or this is there. And for the middle class family also, that it is beneficial when they purchase the things from the vendor, so they have to pay less amount. As we know beta, like suppose I am giving simple example, now the mango season is there. So listen, when we purchase mango from a vendor, so we have got it only that around 50, 60, 70 rupees. Okay, but when the same mango we purchase from shop, okay, then we have to pay more, then around 80 to 90. And but the same thing, same when we purchase from any that shopping mall, okay, and at that time we have to pay more and more. Okay, so means that things from the vendors that it is beneficial for the middle class also, and the people those who are poor cannot take the shop on the rent, so that is beneficial for them also. So the people started to criticize this law, and means the parliament given that you can say permission, has given permissions again to that sell their product on the roadside. So this type of laws are unpopular or controversial law. Understood students? Yes. So now note down your homework. Now first question, describe the controversial law and unpopular law with the help of with the help of an example. Example I also given about the vendor. Okay, write in your words what do you understand by the term rule of law. Okay, and mention the way in which the Indians played an important role in the evolutions of the rule of law during colonial period. So beta, in this colonial period or British rules, who played important role? Indian nationalists. They started to criticize the wrong policies of the British. Okay, so in this way they played an important role, okay, in the evolution of rule of law. This means they wanted equality, that equality in everything, or that freedom to express their views. So in that situations, that our national you can say nationalists played important role in the evolution of rule of law under British rules. Okay. Now about the next one is there. So beta, here I have given you that controversial law and unpopular law with the help of an example. This I told you here. One example is related to the hawking law, or you can say anti-hawking law, in which by this law hawking and street vending were made illegal. Undoubtedly, streets or other public places should be kept free and open so that people can walk, okay, on it easily. But we should also keep the fact in the mind that hawkers and vendors provide essential services, cheaply and efficiently to the millions, and also this is their means of livelihood. Okay. So when Parliament passed this law, so in which way, that means they didn't get their means of livelihood, and under the constitution that it is under right to life, ki everyone has the right to that earn income, source of income. So while the law favors one group, it disregards to the other groups, then the laws become controversial. Okay, ki when the laws is in the favor of one category and unfavor of another category, that is known as controversial law. As I told, that vendor law, it was in the favor of public because due to that they face the inconvenience or traffic jam, and that it was that in the favor of the vendor because in favor of vendor because in which they lost their means of livelihood. So understood. So this type of law which are in the favor of one community or category, okay, and which are against the second one. Now the homework solution. First question, when was the Hindu Succession Act revised? Yes, Hindu Succession Act was revised in 2005, and according to that, all the members of the family have equal right in the ancestral property. What was Sedition Act? According to this, any person protesting or criticizing the British government could be arrested without any trial, without telling reason. This is the meaning of due trial. What are the important changes introduced by the Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005? According to this law, son, daughter and their mothers can get an equal share or in family property. Understood, beta? Yes. Next one. State one reason why you think that Sedition Act of 1870 was arbitrary. Yes, this law was arbitrary. Already I have told you the meaning. Arbitrary means manchaha, which is not equal to all. Because persons were arrested for a variety of reasons that were seldom clarified. So beforehand as well, because those arrested were often kept in the jail without a trial. So this was arbitrary. Some of the common laws that governed us, specific age of marriage, the age at which a person can vote, and the law dealings with buying and selling of properties. So these are some common laws. Understood, students? So in this way our chapter is completed. So tomorrow we will meet again with our next lecture. Thank you.